We ask them how they define power or how society might define power. This is another one of those awareness things. It's adversarial. It leads to acceptance of violence against those most powerful, and it increases our standard of violence. And just looking through here, you know, once again, you all have probably read enough books on leadership and training, that sort of thing. What you're going to want to do is, if you would decide, well, with any of the trainings that you would do, you would want to tailor them as much as possible. We talk about the internal and external locus of control. Where do you feel like you're in charge, or do you think the world is in charge of what you do? Okay. And finally, we want to establish a culture where we're going to have shared goals and knowledge and people can participate. That's me. In unhealthy cultures, people aren't communicating, they're not asking for help. You're going to have physical, you know, and I'm sure Dave can talk about the physical effects of stress that comes through. They'll turn inward. I'm okay. You've got a problem. You know, they may revisit stuff that happened a long time ago, and they just won't let it go. Right? Okay. Fear and reactivity. That's just one person's idea of what a respectful workplace looks like. Characteristics. And then again, an exercise on schema. From these, we have developed a curriculum on workplace bullying or incivility in the workplace. We have developed, of course, one specifically on domestic violence. Many workplaces want that specific. Okay, so I'm on time, right? There we go. She's doing this. Okay, does anyone have any questions in the last minute before your break?
What was the toughest group for you to get together with? What was the toughest level of acceptance?
Healthcare.
Healthcare?
Healthcare. First of all, you got doctors, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to get them around a table or not. They are the ones that need the appropriate use of power module if you're talking to the nurses and the other staff. It's because they're so busy, and whether it's a workplace or whatever, carving out the time to let your branch managers or let your nursing staff free for an hour, hour and a half, you know, a couple months in a row. That's a lot of time, and so in the workplace that can be an issue too. But it's been healthcare that we have tried to fight tooth and claw. I think a lot of times people think that those in healthcare don't need training on respectful interaction and compassion and that sort of thing, because I mean, you know, especially nurses, they give it all the time. They give it to their patients all the time. How are they treating everybody else? How are they treating the food staff, the aides, you know, the secretarial staff? I mean, that's the kind of thing that we're going for. When we go into educational facilities, we go in to talk to the faculty and staff, not the students. We've got a whole other program for that. Not the students. We're after the faculty and staff. When I went into Stearns County Community Corrections, probation officers, all of that sort of thing, you know, they know how to interact with their clients. How are they treating each other? How's the how's the communication? Bottom up, top down, side to side. So that's what we focused on there. The only thing I would say is whatever you develop pull from your advisory committee, pull the expertise. And if you have a bunch of different groups that are already doing training, well, cluster that, become a clearinghouse. Make sure you send the experts in the area to different things. You don't have to recreate the wheel, just use what you have. Okay.
One last question. Did you do a presentation at of different places, like organization with what?
Can you have her speak in the microphone?
My question is that do you do presentation to an organization